different than anything we've done before. My special guest this evening is William Cooper, and if you've been watching the show, you know that William has been with me twice before, and the response has been so overwhelming. Bill is here in New York because he's going to be lecturing, and he'll be telling you about that in a little while. So we decided to change the format of the show tonight. We decided to do it as a call-in show, so if you have specific questions that you would like to ask of Bill when we come back, please think of them and give us a call, and we will be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, Bill?
Hello.
What have you been doing since we last interviewed?
Well, I've been working on the second volume of the two-volume set of Behold a Pale Horse.
Oh, maybe I should just show this. Last time we interviewed Bill, he was showing, he was first putting out his book, Behold a Pale Horse. Volume 2 follows it directly?
Well, when it's finished, I'm in the process of still writing it and compiling the information. Also, I've just completed a dream, really. I'm on radio now, have my own show. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time on satellite. Anybody with a dish can download it. Any radio station with a dish can download it and
anywhere in the world.
In the world, and play it on their on their own airtime, and there's no charge to them whatsoever. And I'm doing this to try to educate the American people. It's on SpaceNet 2, Channel 7, 7.5 audio for those who have satellite dishes, and the first show will air on May 4th, Monday, May 4th.
That's just a week away?
Yes.
So is it a call-in show, or it's, you know,
no,
talk show?
It's not going to be a call-in show for a while. It's going to be an educational program.
Okay, now why did you come to New York this time?
Well, number one, you invited me.
Okay.
Number two, there's been a lot of people from the northeast coast who wanted me to come and talk. And I have an awful lot of research material that needs to be delivered to the people here. And that's what I'll be doing Sunday.
Sunday, Bill will be at the Universalist Church, Central Park West and West 76th Street, for those who want to come out to see him. I got involved with Bill's project I don't know, about 3 months ago, and I thought, gee, maybe there'd be some response to him coming out. The response has been so overwhelming. I mean, I'm amazed. They love you. The material must be good and the information must be correct. Well, what we'd like the audience to do now, if they will, would be to call in if they have any questions, and we will be more than happy while we talk to answer your questions. Besides, well, coming into New York, where else have you been lecturing?
Oh, gee, since we last talked, I've been in Seattle, Washington, Salt Lake City, Utah, Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in San Diego. I've been all over the country, actually, and we'll be in Orlando, Florida soon, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Excuse me 1 second. May I help you?
Yes?
Yes, what is your question, please?
Well, I was just wondering what this information is that the gentleman will be delivering, because I haven't heard him mention the subject or the topic.
Oh, there's so many. Okay, go ahead.
It's a lot of subjects. It has to do with what's happening in the world today, what's been happening for the last 50 years, as a matter of fact. Over 20 years ago, when I was attached to the Office of Naval Intelligence, I saw top secret documents that told me a lot about what was going to happen in the future. I've made quite a few predictions over the last 5 years, all of which have come true exactly when I said that they would. I'm the only one in the United States, and even the world, as a matter of fact, who has a 100% accuracy rate on predicting future world events. I talk about the New World Order, what it really is, and not what Mr. Bush wants us to believe that it's going to be. About UFOs, about a lot of things, AIDS, the real reason for the Iraq War instead of the concocted reason that the public was told. It's an awful lot of information that's going to be delivered in a short period of time, and I would recommend that everybody bring a notebook and a good pencil and pen because you're going to want to write a lot of things down.
Well, that sounds great. This is Sunday?
Sunday, yes.
This Sunday, 3 o'clock at the Universalist Church.
Where's the Universalist Church?
Central Park West and West 76th Street.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Hello, you're online.
Yes, I'm wanting to know what his short-term predictions for the future are.
Short term, like what, next week?
How about the election coming up?
The election coming up, well, is very simple. George Bush is really the man. He belongs to the world power structure. He's been an active CIA operative since he left college, and not just for the short period of time that the public thinks that he was the head of the CIA. And in my book, Behold a Pale Horse, I document the fact that he was an operative of the Central Intelligence Agency on the day that John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and that he was actually giving information to law enforcement officials to lead them down the wrong path, so to speak. But George Bush is dirty, and a lot of people know it. A lot of researchers have collected a lot of facts that could actually get the man impeached very quickly. His health is declining also. So the Bilderberg Group in last year in '91 picked Bill Clinton to be the next president of the United States, and that's what this whole thing is with H. Ross Perot. If he throws his hat in the ring along with Colonel Bo Gritz, then that's going to take a lot of the conservative vote away from George Bush and will literally ensure that Bill Clinton is elected as president of the United States. I'll tell you this right now, for everybody who's thrown their hat in the ring, it doesn't make a bit of difference who gets elected. None of them are on your side.
Then who really runs everything?
Well, it's not who anybody thinks it is. It's like Disraeli said, you know, a couple of centuries ago. The people that the public see as the leaders of their country are not the ones who are really leading at all. They're the puppets to take the attention of the public and the wrath of the public if need be.
Okay.
Are you saying that George Bush then is not going to be our president, next president?
If H. Ross Perot actually throws his hat in the ring and actually runs for president, George Bush will not be the next president, no. Bill Clinton.
I can't agree with that. I can't buy that. I'm sorry, I
Just
can't
got to
buy
wait and
that.
see, I guess.
Well, you'll have to see what happens to the conservative vote when H. Ross Perot throws his hat in the ring. He's going to capture most of the conservative vote. It'll split the Republican Party down the middle, and they won't have a chance against the United Democratic Party. All you've got to do to know that is just read the daily newspaper.
Okay, I
I
think we
don't
should...
really rely on the newspapers for information, do you?
Ma'am, when the elite of the world are talking, they talk through the New York Times. And when they're talking, you better listen.
We've got to move on to the next question, okay? Thank you. You're online. May I help you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ellie. This is Charles Arnold.
Hi, Charles.
How are you?
Okay.
Listen, I just heard you make a statement about the Mr. Cooper's lecture on Sunday. You
Yes.
said 3 o'clock. The flyer says 4 o'clock. Which one is correct?
Well, we'd like people to be up there at 3,
It's 4
Okay.
o'clock.
but it'll start at 4.
All right. I just wanted to find
Thanks,
out
Charles.
for sure. One
Okay.
other thing, I want to find out a little bit more about the extraterrestrial secret government connection, and if there is one.
Okay.
Boy, that's a complicated subject, and an explanation would require a great bit of time. There certainly is an extraterrestrial presence, no doubt about it. There are real extraterrestrials in this universe. They have visited the Earth, may still be visiting the Earth. UFOs are real. Many of them are owned and operated by the United States government, the Soviet Union, Great Britain, and Canada. And whether or not they are extraterrestrial in origin remains to be seen. I don't know. When I was with Naval Intelligence, I saw top secret documents that said that the government was well aware of this presence and were concealing it from the public.
Okay.
Okay, Charles.
See you on Sunday.
Okay, thank you. You're online.
Hi,
Hello, can I help you? Hello? Okay, I guess we lost them
Lost that
also. I guess, oh wait, there's one more. Hello? Not online? Okay. The light, because the light was on. I guess the idea of a government other than our government is a little bit hard for people to understand. The concept of beings that come and visit the earth back and forth must be very hard for people to understand too.
Well, just like the last caller, most people are not in the habit of using their brains, period. That last caller was a stupid idiot. The elite of the world believe this about the average person, no matter who it is. This is what they actually believe. And on most days, most people prove them absolutely right. They believe that a nation or a world of people who do not use their intelligence are no better than animals who do not have any intelligence, and thus are stakes on the table by choice and consent for those who do.
Okay, wait, we have another caller. Good evening, can we help you? No, it's bottom. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I have a question. You hear so much about AIDS and AIDS being a manufactured disease. Now, I really want to know, is AIDS a manufactured disease, and what kind of proof do you have for it?
AIDS absolutely was a manufactured disease. When I was with Naval Intelligence, there was a biological warfare project being conducted at Fort Detrick, Maryland, named MK Naomi. It was under the supervision of the Central Intelligence Agency and used Department of Defense scientists who belonged to the Special Operations Division of the Department of Defense. And the purpose of the project was to develop a microbe that would attack the autoimmune system, thereby rendering production of any vaccine an impossibility. It also mentioned in those documents that this could be used to control a targeted population. And that is AIDS. We found the document that provided the funding to develop the microbe, and it even mentions the fact that it's to attack the autoimmune system, and it's from the United States Senate Library for the 1970 funding of biological warfare projects for the Department of Defense. And I don't remember exactly which page it's on, but I put it in the, here it is right here. Department of Defense Appropriations for 1970 Biological Warfare funding, and in it, it actually states that this is to be used to develop a microbe that might be refractory to the immunological and therapeutic processes upon which we depend to maintain our relative freedom from infectious disease. And they funded $10 million for the development of that microbe. And folks, that's AIDS. Any way you cut it.
So what you're saying is AIDS was manufactured?
As a biological warfare agent, which has since been used to control the population of the world, which the ruling class believes is out of control.
Isn't there something more that's going to happen with the AIDS virus? Introduce something else that's going to be introduced soon?
Well, they're doing all kinds of things to try to stop the proliferation of human beings on this earth. And I'm not making any judgments about whether this should be done or shouldn't be done. I'm just telling you that this is what they are doing, and you can take that and run with it any way you want to. They're doing a lot of other things. Also, they're withholding cures for diseases. They are, they know that eventually the AIDS virus will mutate. But
yeah, that's what we were talking about this afternoon.
Yes.
And then what happens? And they won't have a cure for the mutant disease, will they?
well, I don't know. They wouldn't have put the biological warfare agent into the population if they did not have a cure, because they don't want to die. So you have to understand that no biological warfare agent is ever used in war or any other place unless there is a cure for that disease, because whoever introduces it, if they don't have a cure, they've ensured their own demise also.
Okay, we have another caller. Good evening, can we help you?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I would like to ask, where can I buy those books?
I don't know where or if it's sold in New York City at all. It's sold at various bookstores around the country, but if you wanted to purchase this book, you can either go through the publisher, which is Light Technology Communications in Sedona, Arizona, or you can order it directly from me by sending $24 to Post Office Box 889, Camp Verde, spelled V-E-R-D-E, Arizona 86322.
Okay, we've got another call.
Just one more thing. Is there a fee for the meeting on Sunday? Is there a charge?
Yes, it's $20.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Good evening, can we help you?
Hello, Bill. First time I saw you was on Bryce Bond's show last year, and I've still held on to that tape. But one thing I'd like to know is, how do we know you're not one of the government? I mean, you have some really outrageous stories to tell, and you're still alive to tell about it.
Well, the only reason I'm still alive to tell about it is number one, I don't have a political following, because most people are just exactly what the elite think that they are, stupid. And if that hurts anybody's feelings, that's tough. It happens to be the truth. Number two, I am so much in front of the public eye that any effort to do anything to me would confirm that everything that I'm saying is absolutely correct, and they certainly don't want that. Besides that, it doesn't matter. Why would it matter? I mean, America sent their sons and daughters to Iraq to get killed on foreign soil for a sorry excuse that had nothing to do with the defense of this country. Here I am in my country, defending my country, and everybody wants to know, why I'm doing this and how come I'm not afraid and all this other stuff. That's absolutely ridiculous. You should have been asking that of the men and women that you sent to Iraq. One thing that you can be sure of with me is that I don't want anyone to believe what I'm saying. I want you to go out and verify, and if you can't verify it, then don't believe it. But not only me. See, I'm the only one that'll tell you this. You shouldn't be believing President Bush. You shouldn't believe your own mother. You shouldn't believe me. You shouldn't believe anyone. But you got to start using your brains to figure things out and stop accepting what you're told all the time. That's how you're manipulated into the situation that we're in.
Well, the way things are going now, the economies are changing, Europe is changing, everything is changing. It's there for people to see. All they have to do is open their eyes and say, why is this all happening?
Sure. Also, if I were a government agent, why is it that every prediction that I've made has been absolutely 100% correct, and I've warned not only the American people, but the world about a lot of things that they could have stopped had they only listened, and now it's too late.
And they have gone after Bill. I guess you didn't mention that at any point. They did go after Bill at one point, too.
That's correct.
Okay, we're going to have to go to the next call. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Good evening, can we help you? Good afternoon, good evening. I think that's the same girl calling twice.
No, that's not a girl. That's an airhead, stupid idiot.
Takes all kinds.
Call it what it is.
Takes all kinds. Okay, we have another call. Let's hope it's not her.
Yes.
Good evening, can we help you? Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hello?
Yes, what is this show that I'm watching right now?
It's called the Metaphysical Experience.
Hello?
Hello, it's called the Metaphysical Experience.
What is that exactly?
Well, we'll have to talk to you some other time because we have a guest now and we want to get some questions for him. But thank you for calling. Good evening. This line is not...
There's nobody there.
There's no. Good evening, can we help you?
No, try the other line, Ellie.
Okay.
Hello?
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 Yes, hi, can we help you?
You know, the thing that I'm concerned with is when you say the elite, the government, it doesn't say anybody or anything. Don't you pinpoint with names?
Yes, I absolutely will. On Sunday, I suggest you attend the lecture. It's quite complicated. There are a lot of people involved. It's not one racial group. It's not one religious group. Everybody in the world so far who's claimed it's the Jews or it's the Catholics or it's the blacks are all totally off base. It is not any of those people.
Yeah, but those are ethnic groups. I'm one, you say the elite, they. Are you talking about high-powered financial people?
I'll tell you this again. If you want to know that, attend my lecture on Sunday. I'll be very happy to explain all of it to you.
Anyway, I promise you.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for calling. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm just calling into your show for the first time, and I've kind of tuned in late, and I understand this gentleman's talking about our position in the Middle East as of late. I'm just wondering, I know you're asking about or saying that you want us to show up to your Sunday lecture or...
No, I was talking to that one gentleman because he asked a question that was too complicated to answer in a half-hour program.
I understand, but I'm just wondering, okay, William Cooper, I see your name up there on the screen right now. How do you feel about the U.S. policy in Central America in, like, I would say about 10 years ago? Did you do studies on every single event that the United States was involved in other countries, or are you just talking about the last particular conflict this country was in?
No, I'm talking about the last 50 years and,
Okay.
and the next 50 years. Let me explain something to you right now. There's no country on the face of this earth right at this moment that's a threat to the United States.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly.
We have no business in foreign countries tampering with their politics or with their people or with their food supply or with their money or anything else whatsoever. To go back a little ways, we have never had any business doing anything like that.
Well, isn't it normally that, you know, the United States gets involved in a lot of these conflicts when their proprietary interests are threatened, like, for instance, in Chile in 1970-73, when we knocked out the Allende government for, you know, to put Pinochet in. I understand that 95% of the copper industry was owned and protected by United States and British interests. And I just noticed that when our interests were threatened, we immediately took action and went into this country to stop that. Now, obviously, that, you know, I do not agree with it, but the more I look at the last 50 years of U.S. politics in other countries... Let me get at the meat of the matter of what you're talking about.
Yeah, because we're almost...
What you're talking about is we went down there because our interests were threatened. What interests? A commodity that we buy.
That's correct.
Okay, that makes us hypocrites, doesn't it? Don't we believe in free trade?
Absolutely, because especially the fact that the Chilean government was democratic at the time. They had a Congress and everything.
It doesn't matter what their government is. If we really believe in free trade, they have a right to sell us whatever they want to sell us or not sell us whatever they want to sell us and charge whatever price they wish.
We have to move on.
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling, though.
Good night.
Good evening. May we help you?
Hello.
Hello?
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 Yes, I just recently joined in the show. I'd like to know, ask the question, where did the idea that AIDS came out of Africa gain currency?
Where did it come out? That appeared on the media, the major network news. I don't know where the story actually originated, but it is the official explanation that it was spread by the African green monkey in the African population. But we know that that's not true because literally millions of Africans came down with AIDS at the same time. It had to be the busiest monkey on the face of this earth. But not only did they come down in Africa with AIDS at the same time, but they came down in Haiti at the same time, and in New York, Chicago, and San Francisco.
Right.
All at the same time. These are cities where there are no green monkeys.
Yeah, in completely disparate populations on different sides of the world. This doesn't make sense.
Okay, thank you. We have to move on. Good evening. May we help you?
Good evening.
Yes?
Am I on air?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I'd like to ask the following question. Is even this so-called elite is so intelligent, why it happens that what they're doing is aimed to self-destruction sooner or later?
Well, it's not aimed at their self-destruction, I can guarantee you that. It's aimed at their well-being and preservation. And don't ever get the idea that the people who control information, wealth, intelligence agencies, and armies are stupid. That's why you're in the position you're in. When you think they're stupid, what you're really saying is that you're stupid. And by you, I don't mean you personally. I mean all of us.
Well, I'm not saying that I'm stupid, you see, and I didn't say they're stupid.
You said if they're so smart, and that is exactly what you meant, is that they're stupid. I don't play semantic games, sir.
Okay, let's go on. Good evening. Can we help you?
Yes, I think this man is anti-American, and I think that his antics are not very funny. You know, by calling everyone stupid, he's not making a very good case for himself.
I'm not trying to make a case for myself, sir. I'm trying to save the Constitution of the United States, and I am solidly American and solidly Constitution.
But
and I don't
very elitist in your remarks.
No, not elitist.
You know?
I have become wise over the years to the fact that most people don't understand anything except what they're told on their television. Most people don't even read anymore. In fact, if it's not on videotape, they don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, thank you for calling. Let's see. Good evening. Hello? Oh, okay. You know, Bill, there's a lot of other issues that Bill talks about. I don't know how we got off so much on this political stuff.
Well, we were addressing questions that were asked.
Yeah, I mean, it all came down to Bill really has a lot to say on political issues. He is not anti-American. He really talks about the world and where it is going, the economy and where it is going, why the economy is the way it is. These questions are kind of all out of context. You know, it's hard to take things out of context like this.
Well, it's hard for someone to tune in and listen to 5 minutes of a TV show and then even know what to ask, much less what my view or stance or anything is. And that's why I travel around the country.
Yeah, Bill does not say that you have to believe him or you have to believe in his theories. He wants you thinking about what's going on. You take the information and you see what's out there in the world. You see what's going on around you, and you see what works and what doesn't work. The idea is for you to think about what's going on in our economy. Why is this economy the way it is? We did not address, as we'll soon be running out of time, a very, very important issue, the issue of extraterrestrials. We've got about another 2 minutes left. We can't take any more calls, unfortunately. But the issue of extraterrestrials is everywhere on television now. Wherever you look, they're either doing a movie, a miniseries, a TV show, a sitcom, everything. Talk shows are on it, and everybody has their own theories, their own opinions, their own belief systems. You have to respect everybody's belief system. Everybody has their own feelings about what's really going on with all of this. And all that Mr. Cooper says and that I say is that you should look, you should listen. Don't necessarily believe in any one person's philosophy.
I go farther than that, Ellie. You can't believe anyone anymore. In this day and age, you must learn how to dig out facts for yourself. If you don't, you're always going to be the puppet on somebody else's string. And all you have to do is look around to understand that that's happening. If you don't understand it's happening, then you've been a puppet for so long that you got the string is tangled around your neck.
Well, we're
really
just about out of time, and I thank you for coming. We brewed up a little trouble here. And for those of you who would like to hear Mr. Cooper, once again, he'll be at the Universalist Church this Sunday. The lecture starts at 4. We suggest you get there a little bit earlier. We thank you for calling in, those of you who did, with the good questions and the good information. Just think about what's around. Think about how your life is. Of course, I am more into metaphysical growth and things of that kind, which we discuss at other times, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Okay, on that note, good evening. Thank you for joining us.